We are now joined by Bruce Konefe. He's an American who is an expert diver helping the Thai Navy in the rescue operation. Bruce, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're fine, thank you. We obviously know how dangerous this operation is. We talked about the Thai Navy SEAL who died trying to transport oxygen tanks, and it got us talking about how difficult it must be to even think about training these young boys to navigate that.
We have to look at all options on how to get the boys out of there. Diving is one of the options, but there are other options that we're looking at, trying to maybe bring them out from the top through some cracks, or maybe having to drill down in the top of the chamber to take them out that way.
Would it take hours to get through? If you were to go through the dive, would it take minutes? How long would it take?
No, really, it's longer going in than it would be to come out, because when the divers, when our divers from the team I was on were going in, they were like pulling themselves. The water was pushing against them, so they're pulling themselves in. And I'll just give you an example, a short distance. They told me they laid the line going in a couple hundred meters or so, and he said it took 3 hours to lay the line to go up. It took them 15 minutes to come out. So actually, where they're at, the flow would be pushing them out.
It's been, as you know, nearly 2 weeks now since the rescue operation itself started. Are folks on the ground still as optimistic that we're going to be able to get these boys out of that cave alive with their coach?
I've never seen more optimistic people in my life. Everybody. I've never heard anybody speak negative. Everybody is positive. I've never seen, so many people going in the cave and that. I seen these guys carrying it. It's hard enough to walk in that cave itself with the water, the mud and everything. And these guys are carrying hoses, and they're at big fire hoses and stuff like that, carrying them into the cave to start pumping the water out. And they were just coming in one right after another. It's unbelievable. People were going around. I never got hungry while I was there. People, going around passing out food to everybody. Everybody's really optimistic.
Wow, we're so glad to hear that, Bruce. Attitude is so much in this.
We share that optimism.
Yeah, we sure do. Bruce, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.